weather, and we both decided that we're not really in the market for a 3-day passage. Neither of us sleeps that well on long passages. We are going to do it on Biscay. We need to get across Biscay. We haven't got room to go around Biscay. Time. So once we get to Galicia, we will cross Biscay either to sort of northern France or even to the UK, depending on when we get there. But we got 2 or 3 days of day hopping, which we can do, hopefully get ourselves up to the Lisbon area, and it's meant to be very low wind in the morning, so we'll just motor off around the corner and hopefully pick our way up towards, where did I say, Sines. We'll go to Sines tomorrow, which will just be an anchorage. There is a marina there, but I'm told it's closed, gone bankrupt or something like that, and is not open to visiting boats, but it's quite a nice anchorage in Sines that we've used before. So yeah, we'll head in there and anchor for the night and then push on the day after. The wind is coming from the south for a couple of days. As I say, there would be merit in going on a 3-day a 3-day solid passage, but we're just not feeling it. We're not feeling it. Chat to Kate, she's not been feeling brilliant either, and we're both a bit done with the whole thing. We just want to get home, as we've chatted about. So no, we're gonna day hop it. This is Intrepid Bear, a 40-foot sailboat on her way home after 3 years of adventures.
Join us, Kate and Ian, as we navigate the challenges of voyaging back to the UK.
"6:30 in the morning, getting ready to go." I just unzipped the sail bag and that sort of thing. But so this morning we're going to go round Cabo Sao Vincente, which is the point right at the bottom, right at the corner of Portugal. And on our way down, we felt like when we rounded that corner, this was late August or September, I can't remember which, but when we rounded that corner, we felt like we arrived in summer. The difference between the weather on the Atlantic coast and the Algarve coast was quite dramatic. So we're kind of prepared for it to be the other way around this time. Obviously it's not August, it's May, very early May, and we're thinking that this time it might be going the other way around. So we'll be going from the Algarve spring into a northern European spring, which will be somewhat cooler. So this is the mainsail halyard. This is the halyard that pulls the mainsail up and down. We always attach it before we get sailing, because once the boat's rolling around a bit, it can be a bit more awkward to get it up and down. But once we've got it, we just hook it on, lower down the mast here, so that the sail is held down but is ready to hoist. Just going to bring the anchor up far enough so I can take the bridle off. That's done, so you're ready to roll now. As soon as we want to haul the anchor, I just come and haul it up. These little fishing boats were all here when we went to bed last night, and they're all here this morning. I say went to bed, they were all here at sunset last night, and they're all here this morning. And we're not quite sure if they've been out all night or if they got up really early this morning to come out. But could be that they've been out all night fishing and they'll go back to bed soon, I don't know. But yeah, they were all here, you know, when we went down below last night, and here they all still are. So literally straight around Sagres Point and into the Atlantic swell, basically. So the swell's coming down from the north as we were sheltered behind Sagres. But here, it's not doing us any harm at the moment. It's just quite big, long, slow waves, but you can see them on the shore. So we're literally turning into the Atlantic. Although the Algarve's not the Med, it feels like the Algarve feels like the Med. Out here, it is the Atlantic. Cabo Sao Vincente, or Cape Fear as we semi-jokingly named it on our way down, was a significant point for us. It marked the part of the journey where we really entered the Atlantic Ocean, where we would feel much more exposed to the full power of the open ocean swells. So there's Sao Vincente ahead of us, How are you feeling about going round?
I've got so many mixed emotions now. I'm anxious about being back in the big sea and how big the swell's going to be, and my pre-passage anxiety. And yeah, I mean, the sea doesn't look too bad ahead. I think I'm more anxious about the whole going up this coast. My last memories of coming down this coast were just such a bad, horrible, swelly experience. So yeah, anxiety's a bit, just need to settle and tell myself it'll be okay.
Just looking at these cliffs up here, the mist from the sort of sea spray, the jagged rocks is just very, very different from the Algarve. You know you're in the Atlantic when you've come around this corner. We're not on the Algarve anymore, Dorothy. So what are we doing about the orcas on this coast? Well, you can see the spray coming up over the cliffs over there. We're currently in 50 meters of water, which is way beyond the 20 meter recommended. It's a real balance. I do not want to be in the 20 meter contour right in amongst all that sea spray and everything, because that would be more dangerous than the risk of orcas. We're on this particular coast, so north of St. Vincent. There have been no attacks in May in previous years. There have been a couple in April this year and previous years, but there haven't been any in May. They've all been down in the Strait. So whilst I wouldn't say they're not going to be up here, there is less risk of them being up here, and because of the danger of being that close to those gnarly cliffs, we're going to take the chance to be a bit further out. But what we're not going to do is be this close in. So I know I'm saying far out, close in, because you either go 50 miles off or we just sail freely in the sort of zone up the coast, and that's what we're doing. But what we won't do is we won't do that at night, because if we are going to suffer an interaction, I don't want it to be at night. So that's why we're doing the day hops. That's why we've been motoring to maintain the speed. But yeah, I'm not doing the 20 meter contour on these grim, gnarly cliffs, because that's just too dangerous and also uncomfortable.
Regardless of the statistics, we remained on our guard, and any unexplained activity was a real worry.
Yeah, something at 11 o'clock, there was something big came out of the water. Could have been dolphins, could have been a couple of dolphins, or it could have been orca. So
Oh, I see, splash.
there were some, yeah.
Oh shit. So we're turning in towards shore because apparently the latest suggestion is that they will only interact with you if you happen to be. Shit, yeah, chasing tuna or whatever that is. Yeah, apparently they'll only interact with you if you happen to go into where they are. They won't come looking for you, and if you drive away, then you know they'll leave you. They're not coming towards us at the moment. It looks like whatever it is engaged in fishing activity, but we're going to head towards shore to get away from this area. I can still see splashes over there, but they're staying out at the horizon.
Couple now, so one there, one there.
Well, closer.
No, but then the same sort of distance, but there was two different splashes at the same time. So it's 10 o'clock, Kate's just logging the 10 o'clock position. We still try, even though we're close to shore, it's not quite so crucial, we still try and log every 2 hours, position, speed and heading, just so that if all the electronics failed, we do have paper charts for the area. We could plot our position so that we'd have a rough idea where we are. We'd probably, like I say, it's not quite so critical on a coastal passage because we pretty much know where we are anyway. So just doing 2 hourly checks on the fuel filter as well because of the dodgy fuel issue that we had, which I filmed a bit of. So we'll just go and have a look at the fuel filter now, just see whether it's filled up too much. I stuck a piece of tape on it last night at the level it was while the engine was still running. I expect it to be slightly higher because the engine's running harder, so there'll be more vacuum. But as long as it's not going up like half an inch every hour or so, it was okay 2 hours ago. We'll check it now, and that'll be two hourly checks. If it was okay now, then we'll leave it a bit longer next time.
Oh yeah. Hot noodle. Best passage food ever.
Better than Athletic Greens, that's for sure. Like I say, not sponsored by Pot Noodle, but I wish we were, because we love a pot noodle on passage.
So why the pot noodle's going cold? What's going on?
It's got to be serious for the pot noodles be going cold, but no, genuinely, I saw some really big splashes, and they looked a lot bigger than dolphins. Something came out of the water, and being as we're on Orca watch, I can't say for sure it was an Orca, but it definitely looked bigger than a dolphin. I mean, it might have been a Risso's dolphin, it might have been something else, but as we're in Orca territory and we've seen lots of tuna, which is Orca food, we've turned hard for the coast, because what you're supposed to do if you do get an interaction is just keep running, run for the coast, turn off the autopilot, hold the wheel like this so you can't get your hand damaged if they hit the rudder, and head for the shallow water. We haven't had an interaction, but I'm still going to run for the shallow water. But as I say, they didn't look like dolphin. I've seen a lot of dolphin activity, didn't look like that. Not saying definitely Orca for any stretch, but there was something big. The advice used to be to turn off everything and go quiet. A lot of people got their rudders broken doing that. The latest research seems to be keep going, because one, it's harder for them to hit your rudder quite so hard because they've got to come at it while you're moving, and for two, they actually want to go back to where they were, back to the pod. So anyway, we didn't get an interaction, but it looked a lot like something, so we ran away to fight another day. Now we're in 23 meters of water. The beach and cliffs are quite close, so that'll do. We'll parallel for the coast for a little while. And we've come right into the beach, right in close. We're still not in 20 meters because still don't want to go that close to the beach. But as I say, I'm not saying that was definitely Orca, but just the way they come out of the water, came out of splash, the size looked too big for a dolphin, so we came in just to be safe. So I popped the sail out, didn't film it coming out, kind of forgot actually, just suddenly that, well, Kate nagged me to put it out, but she was right. And it's given us nearly a knot more speed, which has brought an hour or more off of our ETA, so that's quite nice. Just coming up to Shinez, forgot how industrial it was actually. It's all well industrial over there. But on the chart there were always these circles. I could see them on the chart before we got here. But now in some of the circles there is a ship on AIS. So they're obviously anchor circles. So each ship that wants to anchor here gets allocated a circle. So they drop their anchor right in the middle of it. And then that stops them all crashing into each other when they're swinging around. So that's what the circle's on the chart for, I reckon.